Welcome back. Lots of politicians are talking about a wealth tax while making their case to voters. Find out what that means for the richest and poorest people in America and for the rest of us right now.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's February 23rd. I'm Keely Arthur. We'll get a check on weather with Chris in just a second. But first, the remaining Democratic candidates running for president are heading back east after Bernie Sanders wins big overnight in Nevada. Right now, the results of the caucus are being finalized, but CBS News projects Sanders will win a decisive 46% of the state's delegates. Former Vice President Joe Biden currently sits in a distant second with 24%, which would be his best showing, actually, to date. Mayor Pete Buttigieg is expected to round out the top three. And the Air Force will soon decide if Truex Field is the best place to house the F-35 jets. The new jets would replace the F-16s that are currently in Madison. With the decision narrowed down to two cities, Madison and Montgomery, Alabama, the message from those opposed is escalating. That's because of environmental and financial reasons. Some say they don't want the Air Force to choose Madison. You can hear from both sides and read the Air Force's final environmental impact study on our website. And the Badgers men's basketball team is back on the court this afternoon. They're hosting a Rutgers team that has dropped out of the top 25 recently and has joined the Badgers in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten standings. Wisconsin has, though, steadily been on an improving streak, and it definitely helps that they've got a good chunk of home games left. 3 more, including today's matchup. Tip-off is at the Kohl Center at noon. And switching gears to meteorologist Chris Reese. Chris, sun today, and then it's gonna change.
Yeah, sun today, and then that is indeed right. Changes are on the way here to south central Wisconsin, but temperatures, they remain above at normal as we go through today. 33 is where we are starting out. This is already warmer than our average high of 30 that we would typically see on this date. And once again, we're seeing those temperatures that are warmer than they were at this time yesterday as those winds continue to be strong out of the south and west. Sustained winds of 14 miles per hour as you work your way towards Monroe. So we will continue to see that snowpack that we have in place melt as we go through the day. Now, I want to show high-resolution Doppler, even though it's clear right now, just to focus on what's happening over Colorado right now. This is our next storm system already beginning to develop. That will continue to get stronger as we go through the next couple of days, eventually impacting parts of northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. This right here is the Weather Prediction Center probability of at least 6 inches of snow. And all of the viewing area is somewhere within that 50 to 70% range of seeing at least 6 inches of snow by the time we get you towards Wednesday night. So we're going to be breaking down this forecast as we go through the rest of the weekend and tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Chris. The growing gap between the rich and the poor of America is one of the biggest challenges facing the country. The richest 1% control more wealth now than any other time in more than 50 years. A recent bipartisan survey found 61% of Americans think that is a problem. But what does wealth inequality really look like in this country? We found out most people actually have no idea.
You want to talk about wealth inequality? No? All right.
The topic may be everywhere on the campaign trail.
You want to talk about wealth inequality in America?
Not really.
But off it? Not so much.
Hey, you want to talk about wealth inequality? Oh, another time. We'll catch you later.
So?
We got some free pie here. Free pie?
We turned America's economic pie into a real one.
This is the American pie.
And found a lot more people willing to address a simple question. Who gets what?
We have 5 plates.
Alrighty.
This represents everybody in America.
Okay.
So you've got your wealthiest 20% all the way down to your poorest 20%. And that is the American pie.
The pie itself represents about $98 trillion of household wealth in America. We asked people to dole it out as accurately as possible.
I guess start off with 2 slices.
On the wealthiest? Okay.
Yeah.
How many pieces of the pie would you put on the middle class?
Put 4.
4, all right. That's the middle class.
Let's do half a piece to the poorest.
Like right in the middle there?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we're going to have to move some of the wealthiest to the lower class.
How much?
2 pieces.
To the lower middle?
Lower middle class.
Okay. So can I show you what
Yes.
reality looks like?
Not like this, obviously.
Unfortunately not.
No one was even close.
So it's actually 9 pieces of pie.
Wow.
Yeah. 90% of the wealth is right here in the top.
That's terrible.
Now, the upper middle class and the middle class, they share one piece. So these guys, they've got about 80% of a piece. They get 20% of a piece. And then the lower middle class, they've got 0.3% of a piece. Yeah, they have some crumbs there. There you go. That's what they get. And the poorest, they have no pie. In fact, they have less than no pie. They actually have a bill for pie. They're in pie debt. They owe pie.
People in the poorest 20% are, on average, more than $6,000 in debt.
It's very sad.
Yeah?
It's very sad. It's very depressing. I grew up here.
Really?
Uh-huh. That was me.
Let me show you something else. So even if you just look at the wealthiest and you go to the top 1%, so the wealthiest 1% of everybody, these people alone have not one, not two, not three, but 4 slices of pie. What do you think?
I want to know who these people are.
Is that what you expected?
Not at all. Disturbing.
This election cycle,
It's time for a wealth tax.
Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders have promised to redistribute the pie with a special tax on fortunes $50 million and up.
The wealthiest people in this country will start paying their fair share of taxes.
And polls show most Americans support the idea.
They should be giving a lot of that over here.
Do you think there should be an extra tax on the super wealthy?
Why not? They could afford it. Yes, they should. Will it happen? Probably not.
No, you're not hopeful.
Not everyone is on board, as we found talking to people near some of the biggest yachts at the New York Boat Show.
That's against sort of the American way.
John Sheffield and Mark Tedford run an investment firm in Connecticut. They oppose the idea of a wealth tax.
It would be a total disaster. I'd actually like for them to continue to promote it because they won't get elected in that way.
Wealth redistribution is always popular amongst the masses who don't have the wealth and not popular amongst the 1% that do.
Well, I mean,
it's popular, but it doesn't make economic sense to me.
Well, so help me understand that, because you're acknowledging that there is some unfairness here. There's a lot of people with not much, and there's a small fraction of people with a lot.
Right. I guess the alternative is, do we need a socialist economy where everyone has the same? That doesn't make sense either. A lot of people who have a lot have earned it and made it. They've started their own companies, they've grown businesses, they've worked hard, they've gotten good degrees, they've gone to school. They may have had more opportunity than others, but there's other people who just haven't done that.
A vote for any Democrat in 2020 is a vote for the rise of radical socialism and the destruction of the American dream.
The political fight will continue.
I have nothing else to offer but pie.
I'll take it.
But at our little table, redistribution was a hit.
If I'm going to take a piece, it will be from the excess.
Okay.
I'll take that pie over there.
This pie over here? You want the rich pie?
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie.
Rich people pie.
Tony DeCopel reporting there. You can watch more of Tony's reports about the biggest issues on voters' minds ahead of the 2020 election every weekday on CBS This Morning, which airs right after News 3 Now this morning. The jury in the Harvey Weinstein trial will reconvene and continue deliberations tomorrow after being unable to reach a verdict. It was the 31st day of the criminal trial in New York City. Weinstein faces 5 charges, including first and second degree rape. If convicted on all charges, he could face life in prison. We're hearing more this morning for the first time from a woman who called 911 during a triple homicide in Milwaukee amid questions over police response time. Cherie Lee made the call on February 8th around 2 in the morning, but no one came until hours later.
So the operator answered. I told her what was going on. I think there's some lady next door getting the hell beat out of her. Telling you that she's getting assaulted, dragged back into the apartment building. That should have been a red flag. We're going to go check on it. But nobody came until the next day.
When police arrived around 8 hours later, it was too late. Amara Banks and her 2 daughters, Sanaya Ivory and Kamaria Banks, were found dead last Sunday in a garage. This weekend, loved ones paid their final respects at 3 funerals. The suspect, Arzel Ivory, was tracked down in Tennessee after the deaths. He made his first court appearance Friday and faces 3 first-degree intentional homicide charges. Summerfest is inviting pop singer Lizzo to return after an incident at last summer's music festival in Milwaukee. Last June, Lizzo performed at Summerfest, but tweeted afterward that a security guard attacked and used harmful language toward her stylist while he was trying to get video of her performance. Summerfest said it would conduct a thorough investigation, and overnight, Summerfest released a statement saying it finished its independent investigation, writing in part, the results have been provided to the artist's management. Summerfest looks forward to welcoming Lizzo back to the festival in the future. As of right now, Lizzo is not scheduled to perform at this summer's festival. More local news now. A Stoughton High School freshman needs your help in making the track team this spring. Ella Phillips has a disability that causes mobility issues. Right now, she uses a walker to get around. The problem is that it's not allowed in track competitions. So there's a fundraiser this weekend to raise money to buy her a racing wheelchair so that way she can compete with her peers. She'd love it if you joined the fundraiser, and she told us what it would mean to her.
So happy that I could see my friends and compete and try to win a lot.
Oh, well, the fundraiser is today at Vikings Brew Pub in Stoughton from 2 until 5. The goal is to raise $5,000 for Ella's racing equipment. If you can't make it but would still like to help her, there's more information on where you can donate on our website. We will share Ella's full story at the end of our show. Time right now, 7:11, and here is a live look outside. Chris is tracking a sunny Sunday morning. Stay with us.
Your mom just texted. She's on her way to our house.
What?
I got it. Alexa, start Roomba.
The Lexus ES. Eagerly prepared for the unexpected.
Lease the 2020 ES 350 for $389 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Eating and drinking healthy things that are acidic, it's negatively impacting your enamel. Thinning and yellowing can happen as a result of that. Pronamel is a proactive solution designed to help protect your enamel.
Choose U.S. Cellular Prepaid and choose Fair. Fair because our signal gets you where you need to go. Fair because we give you a strong signal and an amazing deal, too. Right now, you can get a free smartphone. So make your tax refund go further. Choose U.S. Cellular Prepaid and you'll get a free smartphone right now. Plus a strong signal with national coverage. U.S. Cellular Prepaid. Choose Fair.
Water makes life possible on Earth and in our homes. Culligan conserves this resource with its high-efficiency water softener, the world's best because it uses less water, and that matters to all of us. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
What we achieve for patients is life-changing.
You get your smile back, your confidence back in just one day.
A new smile at a price you can afford.
With the dignity and respect you deserve.
Don't wait another day. Nothing is more life-changing than a healthy, confident smile.
Now get 10% off all dentures. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Call 1-800-DENTURE today to schedule your consultation.
If you experience bladder leaks, you shouldn't have to sacrifice discretion for protection. Try Always Discreet. The unique design features protective leak guards, which help prevent leaks where they happen most, and an absorbent material that turns liquid into gel for up to 100% leak-free protection. The shapewear design provides a closer fit to ensure total discretion. Choose the solution that keeps you drier and offers a seamless fit. Try Always Discreet underwear with a money-back guarantee. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
Get incredible savings on your new mattress during Steinhaffel's President's Day sale. Right now, save up to $800 on an adjustable base, plus up to $300 in bonus cash and free next-day delivery with any Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, or Stearns & Foster set purchase. Plus, take advantage of 0% financing that's right for you. With free delivery, bonus cash, and up to $800 in upgrade savings, you can't make a mistake. It's Steinhaffel's President's Day sale.
With 27 all-wheel drive models, you no longer need to escape the winter. Lexus all-wheel drive, crafted for confidence.
Lease the 2020 NX 300 for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
We have 2 alert days in this forecast, particularly Tuesday and Wednesday for the next potential winter storm that could be impacting south central Wisconsin. It could be snowing all day Tuesday, and that could be heavy at times. And by the time that ends late on Wednesday, several inches are possible, especially for the southern tier of the state. In the meantime, it's another day where we're seeing those temperatures warmer than we saw them yesterday. So certainly get outside and enjoy that. We're starting out above freezing at 33. Wind staying out of the south and west at 7 miles per hour. We'll see that southwest wind stick around early in the day before some changes come our direction a little bit later on this afternoon. They begin to become more northwesterly. 34 in Janesville right now. Platteville below freezing at 28, 30 in Boscobel and Lone Rock. We'll see all of this begin to warm up as we go through time. This is 11:30. The temperature is going to be right around 36, and watch how quickly we then warm up into the lower 40s. 4 o'clock this afternoon, 42 degrees, perhaps some upper 40s as you work your way towards the state line. And it's going to feel nice, folks. It is going to be another slushy day, though, with a lot of that melting snow. So again, you can wash your car, but if you drive on any slushy road, it's going to get dirty about 5 minutes later. Now, later on tonight, we see those temperatures come back into the 20s. The clouds begin to increase as we move through Monday. That's the next system that's going to be coming our way. Right now, this is our setup. Things are very warm, but things begin to change as we go through time because this area of low pressure is going to be tracking towards the north and east. As it does so, we'll see some rain Monday, likely staying to our south. But by Tuesday, a lot of snow begins to develop on the northern side of that storm system. And northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin are the areas that I believe have the greatest threat to see the snow out of this system. And then that could potentially last until Wednesday afternoon before things begin to wind on down. So I'm showing you future track without the snow totals on it, but notice how it highlights northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin for some areas of seeing the heaviest snow, and those lakeshore counties could even see some lake-enhanced snowfall out of this as well. Now, when it comes to the probability of seeing at least 6 inches of snow, just about all of the viewing area, particularly southern Wisconsin, is in that, well, 60 to 70% range of seeing at least 6 inches of snow. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see this heaviest axis shift just a little bit south. But from Madison to Janesville, that is where I do believe we are at the greatest risk of seeing significant snowfall as we go through the coming days. That's why I added the alert days there. 32 for your Tuesday, 30 for Wednesday. Clouds on Thursday. Sunshine makes a return by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week as well. We could see another system bring some rain to light snow next Monday.
Really all over the place right now.
It is, but that's what you would expect in February.
That's what the weather is in Wisconsin.
Yes. Yesterday I saw people in shorts, but also ice skating out by the zoo.
Yes.
It made my day.
People rolling their windows down,
yes,
driving and making snowmen. Yeah,
absolutely.
Very Wisconsin. Thank you, Chris.
My pleasure.
Well, we've been asking you to share your morning with us and check out this gorgeous photo sent in by Kenton Fowler. Thank you so much for sharing, Kenton. Your photos are always stunning. What does your morning look like? You can take a picture and post it on the Channel 3000 Facebook page or on Twitter using the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We're going to share our favorites right here on the show. Well, Brewers fans only have a couple hours to wait to see their favorite team take the field. The team's spring training home opener against the Rangers was actually canceled Saturday because of some wet weather in Arizona. The Brewers will host the Padres today at 2. And the NBA celebrated Marquette's own Dwayne Wade in a big way overnight. His number 3 jersey was retired by the Miami Heat during halftime of their game against the Cavaliers. Before that, cameras also caught this scene, Wade's wife getting hit by a loose ball. Good thing she has fast reflexes, too. Well, we always love having the folks from Cousin Subs on our morning show. And this morning, they're swapping sandwiches for scholarships to talk about the ones local students can apply for right now. We'll talk to them right after this.
Have a consumer issue? Contact the News 3 Now Call for Action team.
Dear Wallet, Toyota President's Day is on. Load up on tech. Load up on style. Load up on fun. And load up on savings. Hurry, get a historic deal before it's history. See you soon, your new Toyota. Right now, get $1,000 TFS cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4 or lease a new RAV4 for $239 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
My body
is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin. And Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to. Trulicity is for people with type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin. I take it once a week. It starts acting in my body from the first dose.
Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
This President's Day, I do solemnly swear to faithfully overcome all weather, seek new heights, and exercise my right to go anywhere and do anything in the longest lasting and best-selling 4x4 SUV brand. Take the oath of adventure at the Jeep President's Day event. It's auto show time. Well-qualified returning lessees can lease the 2020 Renegade Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month.
What makes you one of a kind?
I can ride a unicycle.
Acting's my passion. I love surf.
Time to embrace your uniqueness by taking the BU Pledge, a promise to celebrate yourself and your friends for being exactly who you are. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page to sign the online pledge and enter to win cool giveaways. Come on and take the BU Pledge.
SSM Health and News 3 Now encourage you to take part in the BU movement. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. For 8 consecutive years, Cousin Subs and its Make It Better Foundation will award a total of $20,000 in scholarships to 4 high school student athletes from across the state as part of its Wisconsin Sports Awards Scholarship Contest. And you still have some time to apply. I have here with me Kate Kazan to explain more about these scholarships. And Kate, we were just talking during the commercial break that Cousins is a Wisconsin company, and this is all about giving back to Wisconsin kids.
Absolutely. So through our Make It Better Foundation, we have 3 main pillars that we support. So that's youth education, hunger, and health and wellness. So this is a really good opportunity to award students from across the state with the opportunity to really offset some of the cost of their continuing education.
So what do you look for when giving out those scholarships?
Sure. So, we're really looking for a well-rounded candidate. So we say, 3.5 GPA is one of the kind of benchmarks to meet, participates in WIAA sanctioned sports, and then also really, really gives back to the community. And so for us, those are the 3 main kind of pillars, I guess you could say, of the scholarship. But we also love to stress the importance of an essay, right? Mm-hmm. And so while it's really great to see you've participated in 3, 4, you name it, sports, it's also really great to see how you like to spend your time in the community and how you really fit our core values of being, servant-minded and passionate. So for us, that's really important. And I know a lot of essays happening, right, when you have your college admissions, but it's a really good opportunity to take the time to really paint that picture for us.
Yeah, and I think those essays always help show their personality a little bit more, show what they're passionate about beyond the statistics of maybe how they play in sports and what their grades look like.
Absolutely.
And when they get the scholarship, do they have to use it for a certain school, or is it up to them?
Sure. So on the scholarship application, we ask each applicant to list the schools that they are accepted into, that they've applied to. So really it's kind of up to them after they've listed those schools. Let's say they've gotten accepted to 3 schools, then they choose one, of course, right, to go to, that college or university. Mm-hmm. But for them, it's not, pigeonholed to just a school in Wisconsin, right? If they want to go play basketball at Duke University, go play basketball at Duke University. We want to support you, right?
Right, absolutely. Maybe not Duke. As a Badger, I'm like, no, we're going to keep the good basketball players in Wisconsin.
I mean, that's the hope, right?
Yes, absolutely. And, how long have you been doing these scholarships for, and what kind of response have you gotten from some of the students who've been awarded?
Sure. So this is the 8th year we've done this, the Wisconsin Sports Awards Scholarship Contest, and I would say the response has been overwhelmingly positive, right? It's a quicker application, which is always nice because these students, as you see on their, applications, they have 1,000,001 things they're a part of. So it's quick and easy and really, really nice. And then also, these kids get a chance to go to the Wisconsin Sports Awards held in Milwaukee over the summer. So they get to walk down the blue carpet with some of Wisconsin's, most prominent athletes. So for them, it's not just the experience to continue their education too, but to really celebrate their success on and off the field. So it's a twofold kind of win-win situation.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And what a great way to kind of give back to the youth in our state. And there is still a half hour of news ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Sunday. Next, we're running through the morning's top stories. Plus, amid a nationwide nursing shortage, UW Health is making sure patients get the care they need. We'll explain how right after this.
Built for your next adventure, it's the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller. With symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek has vehicle dynamics control and EyeSight driver assist technology. Lease the Crosstrek Premium, $239 per month plus tax, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1939 due at signing. Get all-wheel drive plus MPG. The 2020 Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller Subaru, West on Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
The Our Home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Switch to US Cellular now and get 50% off select smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S10e or the Google Pixel 4. Decisions. Amazing phone or amazing phone. Or one of these amazing phones. 50% off. An offer this good is a no-brainer, but choosing, so hard. Sorry about offering you so many amazing phones at 50% off. Our bad, but good for you. Now that's fair. US Cellular. Choose fair.
This President's Day, I do solemnly swear to faithfully overcome all weather, seek new heights, and exercise my right to go anywhere and do anything in the longest-lasting and best-selling 4x4 SUV brand. Take the oath of adventure at the Jeep President's Day event.
It's auto show time. Well-qualified returning Grand Cherokee lessees can lease the 2020 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $279 a month.
Tired of the cold? Then warm up with winter cocktails, spirits, food, and live music at Madison Magazine's Top Shelf Winter Taste. It's March 9th from 6 to 9 at the beautiful Edgewater Hotel. Tickets now available at MadisonMagazineExperience.com. Pick up a copy of Madison Magazine and have the city at your fingertips. Dining, entertainment, where to go, and what to see. Original reporting, local business, and politics. Pick up the latest issue on newsstands now.
We were sure that we were one and done.
Only child families are growing faster than any other family type. But why? News 3 Now explores the trend and the research on only children. Monday at 10. When we hear a big storm's headed our way, some of us fall back into bed, some into fresh powder. It's all about knowing what to expect. Watch News 3 Now for an accurate first warn forecast so you can plan your perfect day. From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's February 23rd. I'm Keely Arthur, and we have some spring-like weather on this Sunday, but more snow is in the forecast pretty all over the place, so we're going to check in right away with meteorologist Chris Reese.
Yeah, that's right, Keely. Things are warm out there right now. In fact, we're watching temperatures that are 7 degrees warmer than they were just 24 hours ago. We keep those winds coming out of the southwest as we go through the morning and into the afternoon. So today will be a warmer day. We will keep the clear skies highs around 2. But one of the things I want to show you is what's developing right around Denver right now. This is that next storm system that's getting ready to come our direction as this area of low pressure begins to eventually track towards the Great Lakes. At the same time, colder air is going to be moving into the picture. You have a storm system and colder air moving into the picture. Oftentimes, that is a recipe for some accumulating snows. And with that, we have 2 alert days in our forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, the snow could begin as early as Monday night. We're going to break things down a little bit more in about 15 minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. All eyes are now on South Carolina, the next state to vote after Senator Bernie Sanders picked up a decisive victory in Nevada overnight. Right now, the results of that caucus are being finalized, but CBS News projects Sanders will win 46% of the state's delegates. Former Vice President Joe Biden currently sits in a distant second with 24%, which is actually his best showing to date. Projected third-place finisher Pete Buttigieg congratulated Sanders on his win overnight, but expressed doubt about the senator's ability to win in November, which Sanders disagrees with.
We're just a few votes away from Senator Sanders, whom I respect and whose ideals we share, but who has a very different approach, getting an insurmountable lead.
We have just put together a multi-generational, multi-racial coalition, which is going to not only win in Nevada, it's going to sweep this country.
Overnight, the website 538 released its updated forecast, naming Sanders as the only Democrat with a, quote, good chance of winning a majority of DNC delegates and the nomination. South Carolina voters are the next to cast their ballots. That state holds its primary next Saturday. But first, the candidates will meet for a debate in the state on Tuesday. More local news now. Hospitals across the country are dealing with a nursing shortage. At UW Health, the turnover rate is about 13%. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics says in the next 5 years, we will be seeing a shortage of about 1 million nurses nationwide. Our Jamie Perez explores how this happened and what UW Health is doing to make sure patients are still getting the care they need.
All right, so we're going to turn left into the procedure room here.
No one just wakes up and decides to become a nurse. It's not that kind of job. And certainly not for everyone. But Megan Schultz has been doing this for the last 13 years.
Heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen level.
It's something she was called to do at a young age.
I lost my father and my brother to accidental purposes of death. And this really changed my life and promoted me to become enthusiastic about learning. And the medical side of things has always intrigued me.
In the last 10 years, she and many others have noticed things shifting in this field.
We've been talking about the nursing shortage for about the last decade.
Kim McPhee manages the nursing residency program at UW Health. She says she's tried to stay on top of the shortage, but it's still not enough to keep up with the growing demand, especially as the healthcare industry expands.
So ambulatory care is providing care to patients in the community. So going to their doctor's offices, trying to get preventative care done in that arena, trying to prevent the need to admit patients to the hospital. So eventually, a lot of patients require hospital care, and so when they come into the hospital, they're sicker than they've ever been in before.
Right now, there aren't enough nurses to help care for sick patients. About 20 years ago, before residency programs were in place,
up to 60% of new graduate nurses left the profession in the first year.
And we are feeling those numbers today. Now, many of the nurses who are still working are getting close to retirement age. The Health Resources and Services Administration says more than 1 million nurses will reach retirement age in the next 10 to 15 years. The problem now comes from this, among other issues.
Well, it's difficult because we also have faculty shortages at the schools of nursing around the country.
Not enough nurses coming in means the ones who are there are overworked.
People are even offered extra shifts all the time when they're off.
And unable to provide the best care.
Nurses tend to be nurses at home too. And so therefore it's even harder because you don't really stop being in charge of or caring for other people, much less ourselves as nurses.
UW Health has been a leader in residency programs nationwide to help address this issue. What was once a 60% turnover of first-year nurses is now a 97% retention rate. They bring in about 175 new graduate nurses every year.
I think it's just the dedicated resources and attention. There's ongoing education for them. There's monthly classes where they're surrounded by other people who are going through the same situation they are. And that validation of feeling like I'm not alone makes a huge impact on your ability to adjust to this new complex role of being a nurse.
Fortunately, Madison isn't hit by the nursing shortage as hard as other places in the country. But Schultz knows it's still a problem. And she has a vision of the ideal situation in the coming years as hospitals across the country work to address the issue.
To have a lot of energetic, enthusiastic, dedicated, smart, of course, nurses that come into the field because they feel compelled to help people.
In Madison, I'm Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
UW Health's nursing residency program expanded by 50% last year just to help drive the number of nurses we will have at our local hospitals. And some good news. On Friday, the nurse residency program celebrated 19 new graduates. The UW Health nurse residency program is one of only 31 in the country that is accredited by the Commission of Collegiate Nursing Education. Time right now, 7:35, and temperatures are up this weekend, and it might have you in the spirit for a spirit or two. The Great Dane is here to help. We're shaking things up this weekend with some cocktail tips from the pros. Stay with us.
Dear Wallet, Toyota President's Day is on. Load up on tech. Load up on style. Load up on fun. And load up on savings. Hurry, get a historic deal before it's history. See you soon, your new Toyota. Right now, get $1,000 TFS cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4 or lease a new RAV4 for $239 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Shop the final days of Grand Appliance and TV's President's Day sale. Save with extended sale pricing and an extra 5% rebate available exclusively at Grand Appliance. Get unbeatable deals like this Samsung 4-piece kitchen with counter depth fridge and convection range for just $23.28. Appliance deals no one can beat. Exclusively at Grand Appliance and TV. Shop grandappliance.com or the store nearest you to save. You make it home, we make it grand.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
I've always had jobs centered on helping people, but now with a nursing degree from Herzing University, I've made it a career.
Having a job was one thing, but having a career, to me, that meant something completely different. With a little hard work and a degree from Herzing University, anything is possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Auto Show concept cars are great, especially when affordability is part of the concept. Announcing Auto Show savings time at your local Ford dealer. Now get great deals on Explorer, Escape, Fusion, F-150, and more. Every Ford is proudly built with tomorrow's technology today, all with huge savings. Now that's a great concept.
During Auto Show savings time, choose Explorer with FlexBuy and get 0 for 66 financing plus $4,500 when you finance through Ford Credit.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. News 3 Now and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts. Clean, simple, and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Snow depth is going to be a topic of conversation as we go through the coming days. Part of that is because of the melting snow that's out there now. We had 9 to 15 inches of snow depth yesterday. That has come down to about 3 to 9 inches of snow depth at this point, but that could be changing. Perhaps the snow depth that we lost could be gained right back as we head into early next week. I'm breaking down the full forecast coming up here in about 6 minutes.
All right, Chris, I'm excited over here. Sunday mornings are a great excuse to go out and get a nice brunch. And we have a lot of options in our local community, but Great Dane, which is a big favorite, is actually rolling out a whole new menu, both for food and for cocktails. And I have here with me Ted. Ted, you said that this is actually starting today, correct?
This morning at 9 o'clock. Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes, it's our rollout at our Great Dane Hilldale location. We've always had a brunch buffet at the Hilldale location as well as the Fitchburg location, but customer demand really wanted some really good, fresh a la carte menu items, and our chef, Matt Pace, has been working for 6 months on his favorite menu of the day, which is brunch.
Okay.
And so he's really bringing in local, fresh items to create a wonderful, unique brunch experience. And coupled with that, we also kind of wanted to change the way people think about drinking.
Right.
As opposed
brunch
to, yeah,
time.
I mean, yeah,
it's
exactly,
like
yeah.
what we were saying, mimosas and Bloody Marys, but
Right.
there are so many other different options out there.
Really good options, yeah. But yeah, so first of all, our brunch menu, you know, we actually did a food rollout tasting for the entire staff yesterday morning. They're so excited about it. The chilaquiles, the smoked pork, pico de gallo, cilantro, everybody's favorite amongst the other 30 items that we have on our brunch menu. I think that the Madison community is gonna really enjoy them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get over there and try it out.
Yes.
The menu looks amazing. And then you brought us some cocktails to try out. What are things that people can have during brunch that, you know, kind of veers from the norm?
Well, we're still gonna have like a Badger Bloody Mary, which is just like a hyped up Bloody Mary,
Okay.
and as well as like a raspberry mimosa. But what I brought here today are 2 of our margaritas. We have peach habanero. The peach habanero marmalade is made in-house, along with our also homemade strawberry jam. Actually, I'll start building one if you don't mind.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, everybody's been asking me to start serving them cocktails, which I thought was kind of strange at Channel. No, they didn't.
Yeah,
Nobody's
exactly.
asking.
That's why we brought you in
Right,
here,
that's
Ted.
right. I also, while I'm doing this, I want to comment about, it's my wife's birthday today. She is with my son in Kenosha, so I can be here. I appreciate that,
that's
Julia.
wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can go, she can have some celebratory margaritas.
Cocktails, right, later when she gets home tonight.
Yes. And so these are new. I know there's a lot of different great drinking options at the Great Dane, but these are specifically new as part of the brunch?
This starts this morning as well, yeah.
Great.
Oh, excuse me 1 second.
Yep.
So this is the habanero peach marmalade. Really, if you've never tried marmalade in a margarita, I would highly recommend it. It's actually surprisingly tasty and refreshing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of probably gives it a different texture, different flavor profile.
It really does. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, we can shake it up really quick. We're running out of time. No, but if anybody wants to try any of this out, remind us of the locations that are getting this new menu again.
This is actually just at the Hilldale location.
Okay.
Next to Hilldale Mall.
Great.
Yes.
Great spot.
Thank you so much for giving me the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and happy birthday to your wife. Stay with us. You are taking a live look over the Capitol. Chris is back with a look ahead at your work week forecast next on News 3 Now this morning. But first, let's take a look at who is turning 3 today. Happy birthday to all the kiddos out there. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Being a disabled veteran and to have a tooth pain on top of severe PTSD will take you down in the dump. After several denials, when I went to Aspen Dental, they gave me a free exam, free x-rays. The doctor comes in and he's like, you are in pain, so we're going to get you taken care of. I had no insurance.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to flexible hours and payment options. Yes to 30% off dental services. And yes, we'll take care of you no matter what. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
My fellow Americans, I stand before you today humbled because the President's Day sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend. And check out the Doctor's Choice Plush or Firm, only $599.99. Plus, check out adjustable bases starting as low as $499. And for the budget-minded, get the Summit Queen, only $189.99. Plus 7 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the extended President's Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
I love that one. I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. Let me go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on all 2020 Silverado 1500 pickups. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, this is the third day in a row that we're waking up with temperatures warmer than they were the morning before. And that's the same case across much of the upper Midwest. Here in Madison, we are 7 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago with the temperature at 33. This is our average high for this time of the year, and that's what we're waking up with. And a lot of this is because winds do remain out of the south at 7 miles per hour. 33 in Monroe as well. Janesville waking up at 34. Same for Mineral Point. Platteville at 28. Boscobel and Lone Rock at 30. You work your way up towards Juneau. That's where that temperature is also at 28 degrees. But here's what happens as we go through the rest of the day. We keep that sunshine around. Things do remain warm for us. 36 by 11:30. Here we are at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Peep the temperatures, folks. 42 for that high in Madison. We're talking 47 for Janesville, 49 as you work your way over towards Kenosha. A lot of folks are going to be into the mid-40s, so we're going to continue to see a big melting of that snowpack that we have in place. Now, overnight tonight, we'll see those temperatures cool back down below freezing. Mid-20s is where we're going to call it. Then as we move into your Monday, once again, we'll see those temperatures into the 30s and perhaps even the upper 30s. But what's starting to increase is the cloud cover. That's the next storm system coming our direction. Folks, with that, we have added 2 alert days to the forecast. That's Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, it's likely to be snowing all day long, and things don't look to wrap up rather until we get you towards late in the day on Wednesday. Here's our setup right now. This is what's keeping us warm. It's that strong southwesterly flow, but I want to focus on this area of low pressure that begins to develop and move our direction. As it does so, it develops off the Rockies. It works its way towards the Great Lake. We call those the Colorado lows, and they are oftentimes the bigger snowmakers around here, especially when you have a push of colder air coming out of Canada, and that's exactly what we are seeing. So let's show you future track here. Monday's rain likely misses towards the south, but Monday night into Tuesday, we see snow developing on the northern side of that. That could potentially linger into Wednesday. There's still time for some shifts in the track. I said yesterday and the day before that if there are shifts in this track, they would be towards the south. I'm still watching that closely. We'll see how things continue to play out. But for now, it's northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin that I'm going to be watching closely for that greatest risk of seeing significant snowfall. This is that risk of at least 6 inches, and that is 50 to 70%. Pretty much across all of the area. We'll add a snowfall map out there later on this afternoon. I'm expecting winter storm watches to be issued by the National Weather Service later on this afternoon, and that'll likely be from anywhere along I-94 and south into northern Illinois. And then we'll see drier weather return by next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, and not to like add to any panic or anything, but this is something you were like, we weren't sure if we were going to make them alert days, and now for what you're seeing,
we've decided to make them alert days.
Escalating a little bit.
Confidence has increased somewhat, right, but we still have, there are always changes in weather. I mean, back in mid-January, there was a big storm that just fell apart at the last minute. So we watch it closely, but for now, we want everyone to be aware.
Well, we'll have to check in with you day of. Thank you so much,
my pleasure.
Well, the Badger men's basketball team is back on the court this afternoon, tipping off at noon. They're hosting a Rutgers team that has dropped out of the top 25 recently and has joined the Badgers more in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten standings. Wisconsin has been on a steady improving streak, though, and it definitely helps that they've got a good chunk of home games left.
Numbers aren't always going to show the efficiency. I mean, it says we're 38%, but we also had 13 assists on those 19 field goals. And that means the ball's popping. Guys are all in the action. You know, we're moving the ball, not just a set offense. And I think that's really what's benefiting us is the last couple of games. You know, that ball's kind of popped around, finding the open guy, hitting shots. But then defensively, you know, just staying true to our principles. You know, we gave a couple offensive rebounds, but we were able to make the crucial ones when we needed to. So I think that's just sticking to our game plan, you know, defensively, but also offensively moving the ball.
All right, and stay tuned after our show this morning to see our community take the national spotlight.
One of the things that strikes me is that Epic has such a big reach, and it really impacts so many people's lives, and yet so many people have never heard of Epic.
I know. Yes, it's behind the scenes. We've stayed away from the press. We haven't advertised. We haven't put out press releases. And I don't know if that was a good thing to do or not.
Interesting. A rare interview with the CEO and founder of Epic, Judy Faulkner, and a closer look at what is called their intergalactic headquarters over in nearby Verona. You can watch the full story on CBS This Morning. That's right after our show at 8 a.m. Time right now, 7:51, and we need to explain how you can do something really great and make a high school girl's dream come true of making the track team. Stay with us.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plunge you into deep, depressive lows. Take you to uncontrollable highs. Or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction. Or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Are you behind on your mortgage? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Are you considering trying to get a loan modification on your own? Did you know that less than 5% of people who tried on their own actually got a modification? At the Mortgage Modification Helpline, we know the rules and regulations banks don't want you to know about, and we've helped thousands of people stay in their homes. So call the Mortgage Modification Helpline today.
Please call 800-631-7749.
It's perfect. Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local.
And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum?
Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
This election season, politicians are targeting Wisconsin, making promises and claims to capture your vote. But you deserve the truth. Only Reality Check gives you the tools you need to make informed choices. I'm News 3 Now political reporter Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. A Stoughton High School freshman needs your help in making her school's track team this spring.
Jamie Perez is back to share how you can do something good and help make it happen today.
All right. We are having some technical difficulties, but Chris, we are covering a lot of weather anyway, so why don't you let people know today's good, rest of the week?
Yeah, today is going to be good. One of the things we're watching the rest of the week, Keely, is just that potential to see a winter storm. Now, one of the things that we've been talking about was whether or not that would shift towards the north or the south, and I think the southern shift, if there's a shift, is more likely.
All right, and now we can take you to that package.
Since Ella Phillips was 3 years old.
So I have disabilities.
She's used that walker sitting next to her. She has what's called brain-lung thyroid syndrome. It causes mobility issues.
So she might need help with things like washing her hair because coordinating that is often difficult.
Her mom, Lynn Phillips, has helped her along the way.
She is an amazing girl.
Despite her mobility challenges, Ella likes to stay active.
I do lifting because it helps me be stronger.
And for the first time, she's trying out for her school's track team.
So happy that I could see my friends and compete and try to win a lot.
Do you think you could win?
Yeah.
But she needs help. Thankfully, a familiar face jumped at the opportunity.
Paul and Ella took swimming lessons at the same time.
Kathy Natsky's son, Paul, has spina bifida. And like Ella, he loved being active, which is why Kathy started an organization called Paul's Party after he died in an accident 2.5 years ago.
Paul's Party exists to buy sports and recreational equipment for kids with physical disabilities. We do it because of Paul. He was a kid who never met a sport that he didn't want to try.
As a way to honor her son's memory and to help her cope with the loss of her little boy.
It kind of decided that we needed to do something great with this in Paul's memory.
Kathy now helps make dreams like Ella's come true.
Having heard about Paul's experiences, he was getting into track and just how good that was for him. Also gave me hope for Ella to be able to do that someday.
I know as a mom how difficult it is to make some of these things happen, both financially and logistically, and just and it's nice to be able to help people find the opportunities to be active.
With your help at a fundraiser this weekend, you can help carry on the legacy of Paul.
What do you think Paul would think about what you're doing for others?
I think he'd think it was cool.
And make Ella's dream of being on the track team come true.
It can be really hard to find true inclusion, for her to be able to do things with her peers at the same level. I'm just really happy that Ella's going to have this opportunity.